Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is Greg, FPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. So last week I uploaded a ranking every wonder weapons video, and you guys really enjoyed it. So I figured that I could make this a weekly series. So if you guys have any ideas that you want to see for rankings, you can let me know down below. Today's list was made by Lucario, and I'll have his channel down below. And we are going to be ranking every single Easter egg because today is Easter, so it kind of makes sense. And today's special guest is my good friend DubbdOut that I've done a lot of Easter eggs with. How are you doing today, man?
Doing good today.
All right, so he is going to be linked down below as well. Make sure you guys go check him out. But we're going to go through and just rank every single Easter egg. We have best of the best, amazing, good, meh, bad, and never again. And if you guys want to comment your top 5 Easter eggs down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. And also, like I said, let me know any rankings you want to see here on the channel, maybe sometime next week. So without further ado, let's jump right into it, and we're going to start off here with Doris. It looks like, so this is just like World at War Doris with the fly trap Easter egg.
Ugh.
I mean, at the time it was like kind of innovative. I would say meh, right?
Yeah, I get, if you're gonna judge it for the time that it came out, then yeah, but honestly that would be like a never again for me. Like I would never go back to play Doris to do that. Never. I really wouldn't.
I'd say we put this one in meh and then put the giant on bad or never again.
It's hard to judge. Yeah, it's like
we'll put them both in bad, I think, because
okay,
it's
fair enough.
Like, it's not something I would never do again, because I feel like I would.
If I was playing
to get the Annihilator, to get the giant, you would, right?
Yeah, I would do it if I was playing the map, but I would never play the map to do this.
To do the Easter egg, yeah. All right, next up is Horizon Drac.
That's the top.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
throw it up there.
100%. You can't debate that. It's just so good.
All the way through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next is DNS, the Tsubonoshima. I do too.
I'd give it a solid high end of the good myself.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, it is collecting 3 cogs. It's not like revolutionary like Horizon Drac or something, you know.
It's just like the depth of doing the cogs and upgrading the wonder weapon. Like each of it, like it just, you're always doing something, and I really like that. I would say amazing, honestly, but I feel like that's being a little too generous. Like, but I do really enjoy doing it. I feel like good is my unbiased choice, but if I was like being biased, I'd probably put it at amazing.
Okay. Next up is Gorard Krovi. I would say definitely amazing.
Yeah.
If not like bottom best of the best.
Yep. I think
really
amazing is a good spot for it. I think the thing that separates it from being best of the best is the wonder weapon quest. I feel like if they had like the elemental quest, or like even just you have to build the ray gun type deal, it would have been a lot better. But
yeah, I can agree with that. There are some really good steps and some okay steps. Next up is Revelations. Personally, I would say good. I don't think it's amazing.
You don't want to hear what I want to have to say.
Okay, you can go. Say, what do you think?
Rev is like my least favorite map ever. I hate everything about Rev. I'm very biased against not liking it, so I think that it's better that you do what you want.
I personally, I think it's good. I don't think it's amazing or best of the best, just because the rock step was terrible, and it still is. Like, I never want to go back and do it if I do play this map, so I would say good. Like, I will never play it again, but like I don't enjoy playing it at all.
Yeah, that's how
okay, next up is Outbreak from Exo Zombies, the first map.
It's alright. It's either a high meh or a low good.
Yeah, I think we can just put it in meh, to be honest. It's good, but it's not like groundbreaking or revolutionary, and it's really easy. Next up is Infection, which is Burger Town map. I think the Easter egg quest is actually good. When you take out the Burger Town NPCs that you have to escort, and also the like gas everywhere, it's still pretty solid, I would say. Like,
yeah, I would.
like when you fill up the pan in that like ritual area, like in the sewers, it's really cool. And then like building the burger, Bobby makes the map like 10 times better right off the bat. And then you go inside the burger and stuff.
Yeah, I'd say the quest is a lot better than the gameplay of the map itself.
All right, so we'll put it in good.
Like a low good.
Low good, yeah. All right, next up we have resolution 1295, which is buried. We'll do both at the same time.
Okay.
So would you say, I mean, I think both of those Easter eggs are good, especially sharpshooter. I think that's really a solid thing.
Really fun.
And then for like Richtofen, you go in round infinity, and then Maxis you have like the bells step. So
the bells, yeah.
I would say
go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say good. Is that what you agree with?
Yeah, I would say that they're good. I'd say I like Maxis a little more than Richtofen.
Okay.
Because I like the bell step. I think that's fun.
Yeah. All right, next up is Mob of the Dead. And although it is the best of the best map, I would agree that it is not the best Easter egg.
Yeah. It's just too
easy. I mean, you literally fly the plane 3 times. You do like, you throw the tomahawk at the poster.
Yeah.
And throw the tomahawk at the spoon in the cafeteria, and then you're like done the Easter egg basically.
It's like smooth though. It's like you don't get annoyed doing it. It's just like a nice chill Easter egg. Like,
yeah,
it's fun to do. It's just not in depth, I guess.
Yeah, I would say it's good personally.
Yeah, I'd say probably the lower.
We'll rank them after as well.
Okay.
Next up we have Carrier, which is another Exo Zombies map. This is the boat one. So I remember this one.
Meh.
Yeah, this one sucked because of the like Linko grenades or whatever that you like throw in the correct holes, and then
yeah,
it was just kind of weird.
It was a lot to do, but it wasn't a smooth experience. It was like a really rocky road.
Yeah, so we'll put it in meh. Next up we have Last Gen Horizon Drac.
Okay.
So I have done it on Last Gen. I would say meh, honestly, because like some parts of it kind of just were bad. And like just the overall experience, like it plays like the game when it first came out. So like there's definitely not a lot of updates in the game itself. So it's like dark and it just looks bad. So I'm gonna say meh.
Okay, I haven't done it last gen, so.
All right, next up we have the Black Ops 3 version of Ascension.
Do you want to do these with the BO1s? I feel we can do them separate.
I think well they're on here separately. So I think like
we'll just do them separate.
We'll do them separate, yeah. So Black Ops 3 Ascension. I would say meh.
I would say meh or bad, honestly.
It's not. I think meh is good.
Yeah, bad's a little hard.
We'll rank it afterwards. Black Ops 3 Shangri-La. I think Shang is an amazing Easter egg, personally, because each of the steps is like not terrible, and it's kind of cool in general. The only annoying thing is really like the napalm zombie, but like especially the Black Ops 3 version, going back in time and all that, like in Eclipse mode, is really cool.
Yeah, for the time that it came out too, the Easter egg was like really good.
I would say amazing personally.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, next up we have Descent, which was the last Exo Zombies map.
This is all you.
And this one was with Oz in the fights and stuff. I would say good. I would say good's fair because it's like, it's good, but at the same time, like some parts are not great, like where you have to get shocked by the EMZ zombies or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
All right, next up is Shadows of Evil.
I'd give it an amazing.
Yeah.
Or a good.
I'd say amazing. Just because,
Yeah,
like, the meatball step is really cool. The flag step, I mean. And then, like, once you get the swords upgraded, it's pretty straightforward. I do like the last step as well, where you have to work as a team. I like the 4-player aspect, kind of like how I like Shang as well. I like a 4-player Easter egg, although sometimes it can be annoying for people who don't have friends to play with.
Yeah.
Every time I've played it and played with friends, I've always enjoyed doing it. It's never like a chore like some of the others. So
True.
I would say amazing. Next up is B03 Moon. And
Okay.
I think personally this is the better version of Moon.
I would agree.
I like all the other original maps slightly more than the remakes, except for Moon, I would say.
Okay.
So I would say Moon is amazing personally. Like the Black Ops 3 one is really solid.
I don't think the Easter egg is that worthy in my opinion.
I mean, we can put it in good as well if you want. Like this is definitely a high good, I would say.
Well, I'd say if I was like judging the remake, then it would definitely be up there, but the quest itself is just, it's alright. I don't know. I would say no more than good in my opinion.
Yeah, I think good's fine for it. Alright, next up is the Black Ops 3 version of Origins.
I would put it...
I'm not going to put it in best of the best. I think amazing, because the Black Ops 2 version is superior, in my opinion.
I was going to say, I know a lot of people feel that way. But...
I think the Black Ops 2 one's much better. So I think amazing is good for the Black Ops 3 version of Origins. Alright, next up is Original Ascension from Black Ops 1. So this was the first Easter egg ever in Zombies.
I don't think I ever did it on BO1.
You don't get rewarded except for a 90-second death machine. It actually might be 60 seconds. And it turns black and white for like that time in Samantha Labs.
I would probably put it on bad, when the difference I think that makes BO3 version better and worthy of being in meh is that you can use Gobblegum to hit the box, and that's probably like the most annoying part of these.
Yeah, that's true. I can get behind that. I do think the Black Ops 1 version's better with like PhD flopper and stuff, but
yeah, the map itself, but for the quest. Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Zombies in Spaceland.
This is a tough one, and I'll tell you why. Is because the quest sucks.
Yeah.
But the boss fight is so good that it, like, I did Spaceland so many times before I could beat it when it first came out. And it was so replayable, and I could keep doing it just because of the boss fight. As opposed to a map like Firebase Z that has a full quest. But
I would say just because of the boss fight, it's good.
Yeah.
Because like I know like it's really hard to rank the Easter egg when you really like the map, and it's a good map, but the Easter egg is just suffers. It's kind of like Mob of the Dead, where like the map's really good, but the Easter egg is not. You know what I mean? So I think it's like a good personally.
It's like if we were separating the quest from the boss fight, I'd honestly put the quest at bad and the boss fight at amazing. But I think if you want to put them together, it would even out to a good.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel that.
And I feel the same exact way about Rave.
Yeah, I think the Rave Easter egg is really lacking as well, personally.
It's basically the same thing as Spaceland. It's a little bit more, but not really. It's
and
like,
I mean the boss fight's really good too, but yeah, I would say good as far as like the overall. Next up is Shaolin Shuffle. So this actually had like a full-fledged Easter egg, and it felt like a Treyarch almost Easter egg.
This I would put at a low good, but for different reasons than Spaceland and Rave. Maybe a meh, a high meh, because it had some steps that really sucked, but for the most part, like, it was actually pretty solid.
I think we can put good for that one as well. Next up, we have Attack of the Radioactive Thing.
Oh.
I don't really remember this Easter egg that much, except for like collecting the different body parts.
Yeah, you do the body parts, then you switch the colors that you need to.
Oh yeah, you have to
do
get all the
the
combinations
chemicals.
for the chemicals.
Uh-huh.
Then you like build the body or whatever and get a key.
Yeah, you like have to push the numbers in the right order for the body after you do it or whatever.
Yeah. I'd say it's good.
I'd say it's good too.
The boss fight is really fun though. I will agree with that.
It is easily like that's another like if we were doing boss fights, I'd put it at amazing.
Yeah. All right, next up is Black Ops 2 Origins. I mean, best of the best,
really
100%.
Much to talk about. Yeah.
Like literally, it's so good. I just like the Black Ops 2 version more. I think like having the fire staff glitch and stuff like that makes it better as well.
Yeah.
And it's just faster that way. All right, next up is Beast from Beyond.
It's gonna be a tough one as well. Because if I'm being honest, like it's got a great boss fight too, and the quest is better.
Well, are we including meth with it or not?
I think that we should.
Okay.
I think that's fair. I think a lot of Beast.
I think we can agree that the Mephistopheles boss fight is probably the best boss fighter, like top. Like it's definitely one of the best.
It's the best. It's the best, 100%.
So, if I personally don't think the Beast from Beyond itself's boss fight is very good though. It's just killing rhinos essentially.
It is hard though,
and it's just
but it's not exciting.
It's just annoying like, because they're bullet sponges, you know.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but it's not like a very
as far as the Easter egg goes, like
it's just the 4 things and then the puzzle moving the button. But to be fair, it's like it's more than Spaceland and Rave was, like as far as the quest goes.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It's either low amazing or high good. Because
including math, I'd put it at good.
Okay, let's do that.
And that puts all of the IW maps at good.
Yeah.
For their own reasons.
Yeah.
Which I think is very fair.
Next up is the casual version of the Final Reich.
Okay. I mean, so we're gonna take in mind that this was made for casual players, right?
Yeah. So this is basically like Die Machine or like Firebase Z.
I feel like we have goods so over flooded, but I feel like it's solid. Like it's really not bad. Like you do a couple of cool steps. It's just I would honestly put it at good.
Okay, that's fine. All right, next is the hardcore version. So this one is basically the same thing. There's extra steps, and you have to get all the Wonder Weapon upgrades.
I'm gonna say that this is a meh.
Yeah, I agree. I never want to do this one. Honestly, honestly, I might put it in bad. We'll put it at meh, but okay. What's your reasoning for that one?
I think that what makes it like a meh and not a bad is just how involved it is. Like there's you do so much.
You have like the sword, right?
Yeah, you have to do the sword and then the tops and the you have to do like all of the casual stuff, but then there's like a nice layer of extra stuff. But I think what makes it worse than the casual is that it's rocky to do like all of those, like getting the sword kills in the pub or whatever was such a pain in the ass without
that to charge up the gramophone or whatever.
I'd say if you want to put it at bad, that I couldn't really disagree.
I think it deserves bad. It's like on the point where I never want to do it again. Next up is the Darkest Shore.
Oh.
Okay, I will not say that this Easter egg is bad, but
I agree.
I never want to play it again.
I think Meh is a good spot for it.
Okay, fine.
Like it's
dude, I hate the map though. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah,
but the Easter egg steps are actually pretty good. Yeah.
Like shooting the planes down and stuff. It's until you get to like the Woostling step, and there's certain steps that.
Yeah, we have to get the spines. And all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that there's a few things that separate it from good and meh, but if someone were to say good, I wouldn't give them too hard of a time, but...
Okay. Next up is Last Gen Shadows of Evil.
That's another you. I've never
So that's another meh for me.
Okay.
Although Last Gen Richtofen is amazing, it just plays bad.
Yeah, I'd send
no, I think it's good. I think it's good. There's so many good ones, man. It's hard.
I know, but to be fair, like, that is the majority of zombies. You have the really good ones, the really bad ones, and then a lot in the middle. So
yeah, that's
makes
true.
Sense, honestly.
All right, next up is the Shadowed Throne. So this one is like in Berlin or whatever, I think. Something.
Yeah, you build all the weapons.
Yeah.
It's really a solid quest, and the boss fight's pretty tough.
I remember, I'm pretty sure this is my favorite Easter egg out of all of the World War II ones, I would say.
Yeah, this one, I would give it a low good or a high meh. I'd say no lower than a high meh, but that's me being a little mean. I'd say it deserves a good.
Yeah, I would say good as well. There's so many in good. Next up is the Tortured Path, Part 1.
Chapter 1, you can throw it in the bottom for me.
You don't like the first one?
The first one
with the windmill.
Yeah, that one's whack to me, dude. I would put
if that one's whack, the other ones are just bad.
No, number two.
The Bo one, so dude. The Bo one was not good.
That was so cool when
there was whistlings that literally, like, you can't get by them.
But I'm talking about the quest, though.
I thought Chapter 1's quest was the best one, personally.
I like 2 because I love the underwater. Like, that whole underwater part is so cool.
I don't even remember the underwater part.
When you go and you have to jump from the platform to platform and each one, and then you have to, like, pick the right bucket at the bottom. And each one,
oh, like, yeah, dude. That
so
that
cool,
was
dude.
really cool. I know what you're talking about. So Chapter 1 we'll put in meh, I guess.
Okay, that's like
Chapter 2 is good, and then Chapter 3 is bad.
Yeah, I would agree.
Cause that one just sucks, like, in general.
I remember when I was actually playing when we first found one.
Oh, dude, that one sucked. And it was like such random things to like shoot the tiles or whatever. Yeah, you have to like find them or whatever.
Yeah, I was playing with the first team that found a code that set everyone looking for them. Actually, we found the first code and then everyone went nuts looking for them.
Nice. All right, next up is Call of the Dead. This is the first Easter egg I ever did.
Okay.
And the fact that you could do it solo or co-op and they're both different is really solid. So I would say amazing. Because I think this is the best Easter egg in Black Ops 1.
Okay.
And I really like the map as well.
A low amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
You're right though. The co-op and solo thing was huge, and for the time, like the steps were cool. Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Next up is the Frozen Dawn. So this is the last map in World War II.
I really like this one.
I'd say it's amazing. Because
go ahead.
Just because, like, most of the Easter egg was the weapons though. So that's why it may not be amazing. It may just be good.
I think the boss fight is one of the best.
The boss fight is good. As long as you're not using a flamethrower. It is one of the harder boss fights though.
Yeah, it is really hard. I would honestly say that amazing is fair for Frozen Dawn, honestly, because it's just so smooth. Like it's easy to do, but it's very involved. Like you're doing stuff like doing all four of the weapons keeps you busy.
I will say the puzzle step where you're like getting all like the ravens, I think, or whatever, you know, that like spinning block that you have to like shoot it. There's this it's like right next to where you get the scythe or whatever. There's like a side room and you have to like shoot the blocks to solve the puzzle.
Oh yeah,
that step's the best one in World War II, I would say, for like Easter egg steps. It's really fun, and it's like
Yeah.
kind of challenging. I agree with amazing for this one.
I would, yeah.
Next up
Fair.
is the first chaos map, Voyage of Despair.
This one's high up there for me.
Amazing, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that if it had unique quests to upgrade the wonder weapon, or you needed all 4 even, that it could possibly be the best of the best. But without that,
yeah, it's basically the ice and the lightning ones that are the ones people use.
Well, I mean, you only need the poison one for the quest.
True. Yeah, exactly. That's true.
But like, you use the other ones for other reasons. But
okay. Next up is 9.
I would
think
give this one an amazing.
I think it's one of the best.
Okay.
Because it's like it has hard steps, which I like, and the boss fight is amazing with the elephants.
Okay.
So I think it's best.
If you want to put it up top, that's fine.
All right. Next up is Blood of the Dead.
I think we might have a first for the bottom. Like, I would do it again, but if you ask me, like, I'll never
I would rather play Blood of the Dead than Darkest Shore. I think Darkest Shore is too high.
The quest?
Yeah, the quest. Okay, I would say bad. I don't think it's never again, but it is bad. As much as I dislike the map,
bad.
It is a bad Easter egg.
Like, I would do it again, but like, not really. Like,
yeah, I agree. All right, next up is Classified. I guess we can do Project Scatty for this one rather than the 150.
Okay.
I would say meh.
Yeah.
It's like
it's
I don't
really not bad, but
yeah, I mean I don't really care to get a Winter Smile, yeah. Ancient Evil. Best of the best, dude, for sure.
Throw it up there, bro.
That map
Elemental
slaps,
dude.
All
of them, dude. Yeah.
It's so good.
One of the best.
So good. I love it.
No arguments there.
All right, next is Alpha Omega.
Ew.
The steps are fairly easy.
It's a map for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's like a terrible map, but it's not good either.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next is Tag.
Ew. The quest.
Good.
I would give it a bad.
Yeah. It is a bad Easter egg.
I think it's a great remake of Call of the Dead, but they use the same step 3 times, and that alone is just awful.
Yeah. The last step's cool with the escort thing, but I agree, it's not really that good of an Easter egg in general.
Yeah, I just think
you have to do challenges and like, yeah, it's not that great. Any map that you have to do challenges just automatically makes it worse, in my opinion. All right, next is Shang. This is the Black Ops 1 version.
I never did BO1 Shang.
Honestly, I think it's more difficult than the Black Ops 3. I think it's Black Ops 3, honestly. Or amazing, I mean, same level.
Okay, that's fair.
I actually really like Shang. Easter egg. All right.
A solid quest.
Next is Die Machine.
Oh.
Die Machine, dude.
Alright. Let's. It's definitely no better than a meh, but I'm trying to debate if it's a meh or a bad.
Yeah, same. Do I ever want to do it again? Not really either.
Yeah.
I've done it like 10 times, and
it's hard to say that you're never gonna
I did it solo. Yeah.
But we could put it there, and I don't like everyone.
I would say it's bad. I would say it's bad.
Okay.
I think bad is fine. Like, honestly, we don't really need the never again category because I think we would do them all over.
That's more of like a personal thing.
Yeah, like I think for me, like never again would be Darkest Shore pretty much is like the only one that I would never want to play again, and I would be okay with. But like at the same time, like maybe I would if people want to do it or something. All right, next up is Firebase Z. This is another meh for me, dude, because the boss fight was so underwhelming, and the fact that the Easter got solved in 2 hours was just like,
Is that you have it in bad? Is that where you meant to put it?
Oh, man, yeah. It's better.
Yeah,
It's better than Die Machine, but definitely
Agreed.
not good.
Agreed.
All right. Next up is B01 Moon. I think this is probably one of the hardest Easter eggs because Black Ops 1 Moon is just hard in general.
I did do this. This would probably be one of my personal never agains.
I think it's a people are gonna be mad either way.
I did this once and I hated it.
Yeah, I did too. I've done it like 3 times I think, but every time it was a struggle.
Yeah, it was like I had me and my buddy. It took us like 15 tries to do it. Or more.
I'd say meh.
It was so hard.
Just because it was bad.
Okay.
Like, I don't think the map's bad and it has a good story and everything. But, like, Black Ops 1 Moon just sucks. Like, it's not
Yeah.
fun in general.
No, I don't like Moon that much.
Alright, so we have the last 2 Victus maps are all that's left.
Oh, okay.
So,
Dang.
Transit. As much as everyone hates the map, the Easter egg's not that great either. So I'd say they're both bad.
Okay.
But Die Rise, although everyone hates this map as well, or this map, Die Rise in general, I do think the Easter egg's better than Transit though.
Okay.
I think the Richthofen side is one that you can do a lot faster because Maxis is harder.
Okay.
I don't. This one's hard to.
I only did them the one time.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say the Maxis side is meh, and the Richthofen side is, the Maxis side is bad, and the Richthofen side is meh.
Okay.
Just because they're so short. Like, it's not that I don't like them. It's just they're so short.
Yeah, I feel it.
And I think the Richthofen one's just more user friendly, and you have to get the slick fire stuff.
True.
All right, so that's all of them. Now it's time to rank in each category. So we'll start off with bad and then work our way up, I guess.
Okay.
So the worst one here, or the best one here, I would say is probably Tag.
Okay.
So I think that's the best one. Die Machine is better than a lot of these.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we'll put that next. Is Die Machine better than Ascension?
Yeah.
Okay. I still think Ascension's better than the Flytrap.
I
think Blood is better than the Flytrap too. I think the Flytraps are the bottom. I would rather play Ascension than Blood though.
Okay.
Hardcore, Chapter 3. I'd say Die Rise is better than Chapter 3.
Okay.
And the Hardcore is better than Die Rise.
Yeah, that
this looks pretty solid, I think, for bad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't really want to play any of these maps. Alright, so man.
I'd keep Outbreak and Carrier up there, probably. Or at least Carrier.
I think Outbreak's pretty good. I think Ascension in B03 is better than last gen. I think Darkest Shore is the bottom of man. I honestly hate it. Alpha Omega's better than Ascension, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree.
Firebase Z is probably better than Ascension as well. Moon is definitely the best one out of man, I'd say as well. Like, it's a pretty good Easter egg. It's just hard, I guess.
I would put Chapter 1 Tortured Path below Project Scotty.
Okay.
And then what's that? Last gen DE? You don't think last gen DE, you put it at the bottom?
We'll put it at the bottom of there, yeah. I'd probably rather play it than Dark Destroy, actually. Alright, good. So there's a lot here. CNS is definitely deserving of it.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
And Rev is good as well. I think Mob of the Dead's good. It's not, well, I don't know. Spaceland, I think all of these should be up higher.
I would have them all above Rev on my own personal list, but I know that.
I don't really like Rev either, but I don't know. It's Black Ops 3.
I think the quest is awful.
Okay, I think Buried is better than Infection, both of them. I think Mob of the Dead is better than Buried though, so I'm gonna put Mob there. And then the last gen is not better than Shadow Throne. I think Shadow Throne is better than the IW maps, but not better. It's better than Infection. I think B03 Moon is better than Moon. Pretty much all. Like, would you rather play Spaceland or Infection?
Spaceland.
Yeah. Even though the Easter egg's not good, it's like tied.
Yeah.
I think the casual one's better than Spaceland.
Yeah, that's honestly a fair.
I mean, it's a good Easter egg. Like, it's not bad.
We can't let the boss fight carry the whole Spaceland too much. We gotta.
Yeah, I think Rev is better than Infection, and so is Shaolin and Radioactive. Beast from Beyond's just not good in my opinion in general.
I just think that the quest.
I think the Tortured Path 2 is better than.
It's hard to say that that some of the IW quests are better than Beast, because Beast was just more in depth.
Well, you didn't have to get the Wonder Woman, so it's basically you're basically building Pack Punch and then just putting the computer in.
You gotta like move the button and do the puzzle.
Yeah, I think it's fine here.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's go to Amazing.
Okay.
So the best one out of here, I would say, is Gorod. Like, it deserves to be the best.
I would put Voyage under it, probably.
Yeah. What's better, Shang or Shadows?
Shadows.
I'd rather do Origins than Shang, I think. On the BO3 version.
100%.
But I do think Call of the Dead's better than the Black Ops 3 Origins, though.
Throw her up there.
Frozen Dawn is not better than Bullshit.
Okay, that's definitely fair. That we were already being kind of nice to Frozen Dawn anyways, but...
Yeah, that's true, we were. Alright.
It definitely... Yeah,
and then there were 4...
Oh, the tough battle. I would put 9 at the bottom.
Yeah. Origins is better than Jurassic Drag.
I would agree.
But...
Ooh.
Dude, Ancient Evil is such a good map, but I can't put it above Origins and Jurassic Drag. I would rather play it than Origins or Jurassic Drag, but it's still, I would say,
you can't
third.
deny the quest is on Origins is just great.
I mean, the quest on Ancient Evil is great too. Like, the boss fight makes that map way better too.
Fighting the Son of Zeus, no big deal.
Yeah, I think this is a very solid rating.
I would agree.
So, I mean, like, everyone watching this, if you're still here, thanks. But I've done all these Easter eggs a bunch of times, probably 5 times for each one, and at least. And I would say this is pretty much what I agree with for the most Yeah, the best of the best. I've done all those Easter eggs multiple times. Like, maybe not 9 as much, but it is good. All right. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Are you happy with how this came out?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have a difference of opinion on a few maps, but it's your list, so for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my few differences would be Rev, for sure, would be, like, the main one for me, and then, that's really the main one. I think Rev is like and maybe Moon. I wouldn't have been so nice to Moon.
That's the final. That's the final. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, let me know which one you thought is the best, and if you stayed till this point in the video, comment Darkest Shore is trash. Thanks for watching, and thank you to Lucario again for making this list. He worked on it for me. I appreciate that. So see you guys in the next one. Peace out.